This tornado warning that is now in effect for Henderson County until 11:45. Now, this is an area that really has an extremely dangerous atmosphere. So these storms were moving in from the south, and this is one of those counties that was included in the tornado watch. And again, this is Henderson County. Van Zant County is included in the warning, but it's a very small portion of Van Zant County, and it's just to the north there of 175. So if you are in Gun Barrel City, you are probably experiencing this rain, but you are not included in this warning. This storm is moving away from you. If you are in the Malakoff community, the storm is not heading towards you either. This is just along I-75. They're really close to Athens. If you are in Athens, you are likely just experiencing some very heavy rainfall. That tornado warning is just to the north of you, and it is moving towards the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. Again, this storm is capable of producing a tornado. Right now, it's only radar indicated, meaning that we're just seeing signatures of rotation in this storm. We don't have eyes that have confirmed anything here, but what we are seeing is a very strong hail core, and that hail core is just to the north of Athens. It is moving into or very close to southern Van Zant County, and again, all of this moving overall to the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. Just another timing for you again. Hideaway, that community around 11:30 is when you'll see some of the stronger signature heading towards you, and we'll continue to keep a very close eye on this. Greg, do you have any updates there from the Weather Service?
I don't right now.
Oh, okay. Can you just go back to zoom into the tornado warning for me? Yeah. And then can you turn on some the visibility for me so I can see, or the velocity for me so that I can see that rotation a bit better? Now, just looking at this latest scan, this is a new scan now, and we've putting the radar in motion here so we can better see if the rotation has either tightened or if it's become a bit broader. If it's become a bit broader, that does mean that it has weakened. And what I'm seeing here is that it's not as well defined, and that's good news. This storm is still a dangerous storm, but it now looks like it is a little bit broader in terms of any kind of rotation that we're seeing there. And if you could put that velocity on there for me, Greg, so I can better see if the rotation is still there. There we go. So just to the north of Murchison, see the red and the green there, and if you can stop the movement for me so I can point that out a little bit better. There we go. Just to the north of Murchison, you can see that what we call a little couplet, and that's where the rotation is. So if you can zoom in just a little bit more for me so we can see if there are any streets there that we need to be alerting our audience about here. All right, so just to the north of Murchison, this is outside of Athens, just to the west of Brownsboro. And you can see there quite a bit of lightning here, and I am still seeing that bit of rotation there just to the north of Murchison, north of Highway 31 if you're familiar with the area, just to the south of Van Zant County. So this will, again, continue to move to the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. Can we put an updated track on that because this is a new scan? Okay, so what we're looking at is just a snapshot in time, and our radar, how it works is that we get new scans every couple of minutes. So what you're seeing now could be an old image. So this could very well be, yep, there we go, there's a new scan. This could very well be just a little bit more towards the northeast. So that's why we do new timings on this so we can give you a better idea of the timing of this. So Brownsboro, you're just on the southern side of this potential rotation, and Brownsboro around 11:15. This is a dangerous storm. So even if we don't see anything technically on the ground, this is also producing some pretty strong hail core reflectivity. What that means is that we could see some strong hail with this, some large hail moving towards the northeast. And we'll continue to watch this, of course, but this does look like in the next, say, 20 minutes or so, it'll move into southern Van Zant County. If you have friends in this community, if you have relatives in this community, you want to make sure to call them, give them that heads up that this is now a dangerous storm that has been tornado warned. And Greg, is it still till 11:45?
It's still 11:45, yes it is.
Okay, so this is still until 11:45, and again, this tornado warrant storm is for Henderson County, and it is making its way into southern Van Zant County. And of course, this is also producing some heavy rainfall, some strong wind gusts. Before, this was a tornado warrant storm that happened around 11:02. This was a severe thunderstorm, and that severe thunderstorm was for the potential of quarter-sized hail or larger, as well as the potential for some strong winds of over 60 miles per hour. And we'll again continue to see this moving off towards the northeast. But right now it looks like Athens, if you are in Athens or south or to the west, you are in the clear as far as the tornado warning goes. But we're still looking at some heavy rain there. And again, the hail core looks like it's just to the north of you there. So moving into areas of Van Zant County. Let's go ahead, Greg, and show a wider view of North Texas so I can show you where this is in relation to the rest of you. Okay, so if you are in Navarro County, you are not under a tornado warning, but you do have a tornado watch, meaning any storms that move into this area could quickly turn severe. You are, however, under a flash flood warning. What that means is that we are looking at very heavy rainfall for you. Ellis County, you don't have any active warnings in place, but you do see some heavy rain moving into the area. And it's this rain that is moving north into your area. Right now, Tarrant, Dallas County, not looking at rain just yet, but all of this as a whole is moving to the north. There's that flash flood warning. It is in place also for portions of Hill County, Limestone, McLennan, Navarro County, and also Henderson County. So this is all in place until 1:15 this afternoon for another couple of hours. And again, this is a storm system that's actually to the south of us moving north. And right now starting to see a little bit of shower activity there just to the west of Hood County, and including Hood County, including Parker and Palo Pinto counties now looking at some moderate to heavy rainfall. Just a little pockets of it. And again, our severe weather threat lowers the more north you are. The highest severe weather coverage that we'll have today will be at south of DFW, mainly to the south of Interstate 20, including Navarro and Henderson counties, which is why that's where the tornado watch is in place. Any update on that warning, Greg?
Until 11:45, as you mentioned, and it's still moving off to the north and east. So we can zoom back in on that area there. And you were talking about the hail core. And that's another thing that we're going to have to be concerned about. And that has moved off just north of Brownsboro here as well. So you can see the pink shaded area there, the pink inside the red. So that's going to indicate the hail that we could be seeing with this, the tornado warned storm as it works its way off to the northeast here.
Okay, can you put the hail tracker on there for me? Okay, so that is some good news. Okay, so this hail tracker, this is what we use to determine hail size within a storm. And of course, it is a little bit warm at the surface. Temperatures in Henderson and Van Zant counties were in the 70s. So any kind of ice that might have developed in the storm likely melting as it comes down. So our hail size still about half of an inch there, and that's just at the cloud. So whenever that hailstone falls, it is going to be slightly smaller. So this is likely producing quarter-sized hail, but it does look like it is a little bit smaller. The hail core is a little bit smaller than it was whenever this thunderstorm was first considered to be a severe thunderstorm warned storm, which happened late in the 10 o'clock hour. All right, so it is now 11:14, and we are monitoring a thunderstorm in Henderson County. If you are just joining us, you are looking at radar right now. And this is a tornado warned storm that is in Henderson County moving towards Van Zant County. And it does look like the hail core has made it into southern Van Zant County. And if you're unfamiliar with this, this is just to the south of Interstate 20. So this is north of Highway 57. Athens, if you're in the community of Athens, you are in the clear in terms of any rotation or any hail, but you're likely still experiencing some strong wind. So there is a new tracker for us there, and it does look like the community of Brownsboro now experiencing some of that heavy rain. Meanwhile, the hail core is just to the north of you, also moving towards the northeast. So again, if you are maybe thinking about heading along Interstate 20 between Canton and between Mount Sylvan, I would like to suggest otherwise, at least for the next hour or so, because we do have a strong thunderstorm that is still capable of producing not only a tornado, but also capable of producing some quarter-sized hail at the very least, moving in that direction. And that's along Interstate 20, just to the west of Highway 69. So I do need you to just be careful with that. All right, can we do one more wide look? Let's go ahead and zoom out to DMA so we can show radar across all of North Texas. Again, this is not a severe threat that is taking over all of North Texas. It's very isolated to Henderson and Van Zant County as of now, and that is also an area that could continue to see some very strong thunderstorms within the next couple of hours. Now, all of this as a whole is moving north, but the more north this moves, it's going to lose some of that energy. I'm not expecting to see the widespread severe weather threat, but we could see an additional strong storm or two the closer north this moves. I am